Hey guys, Tyler Tamerlane back with more Obscurities in Miniature, and today we got another Raging Heroes release, the Sisters of Eternal Mercy. So these are the Crimson Redeemers, and I want to say that these are also a new mold that they're using as a dual kit. You can do the sci-fi version, obviously I have here with the guns, or the fantasy version where they just have swords. Because who wants just swords when they can have big honking guns? So obviously these should be some kind of a sisters type unit. And on the inside is the command version. So these are the troopers. What does it say here? Crimson Redeemer TR. I don't know what that is. I was hoping for some French. But nope. We've got a little card explaining how we can be a badass, I guess. How to use resin. We know what to do there. Let's get to the good stuff here. Ah, man. I guess I'm spoiled on all those War Games exclusive releases where I have everybody all bagged individually, but whatever. Not a big deal. Alright, well, this is the first. We don't have the slots cut out. For whatever reason, most of the Raging Heroes releases always have a slot base with the slot still in. So we're still using the sprue designs that we've seen with most of the other Raging Heroes releases post Kickstarter. But I'll say this, and I've said it before, and it always bears repeating, the quality of the material compared to the stuff from the Kickstarter is night and day. This is so much better stuff. Really crisp casting quality here. But I've never had an issue with the quality of the Raging Heroes models. Very nice looking models. I'm going to recommend to everybody as you build these, take your time and keep the parts handy. This looks so much nicer than the Sisters All-Stars. I mean, really nice, crisp resin. I like these models. This is a cool looking model. Alright, so how many bodies do we have? I'm hoping I have everybody. It's funny how sometimes when you get these kits, it feels like you're missing parts or something, but nope, looks like everybody's there. I like her. I also like models where I don't have to try to pin a two-handed weapon into the hands that are modular, ball-jointed, and not designed particularly well for carrying a large weapon. Okay, so she just slots like that. That's kind of cool. Alright, these don't look like they're going to be too much trouble. We're not talking Death Dancer level of complicated parts here. Most of the arms and limbs are nicely slotted. They have the ball joints, so there's a little bit of variation there. Otherwise, everything seems put together pretty simply. I don't know how the backpack slots in, but we will discover that as well. I'm guessing like that. Anyway, I think it's about time for us to grab those sprues. Cutters. Not grab the sprues, they're in my hands already. Looking at these, though, it looks like they do have a peg if you do want to just go ahead and put that through the slot, or if you just want to drill a hole out, which is more likely what I'll end up doing. So, all right, shut up. Time to go put models together. Hooray! All right, we got our ladies all built and put together, and I gotta say, these were nowhere near as big of a chore as some of the early Raging Hero models, so big thumbs up for that. Probably the biggest challenge was our heavy weapons gunner right here, and just trying to get those arms and her weapon all lined up. I don't have her glued to her base yet. I was fiddling around with that, so bear with me there. I had a hard time trying to figure out where all of the backpacks went exactly, so I just kind of winged it and assumed that the middle top part was supposed to be right behind their head and went from there. And notice they all have little grenades there, which is kind of a nice touch. Very cool. So that was our heavy weapons lady, and I believe this is supposed to be our champion leader, whatever you want to call it, since she has a big flashy shield along with a gun, and she's got the most bling on her skirt armor there. I'm thinking they're probably going to get all painted up in sisters colors of whatever sisters I've got laying around. And then it wouldn't be a Raging Heroes model without some awesome super ultra dynamic poses, and that would be these two ladies. They do have a lot more depth, I feel, than some of the earlier models, and I tried to make sure that the guns were at least going in different directions to help give that better sense of space. I really like the hemline on the skirts that they're wearing. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun detailing, add a bit of color to them, because we all know that the Sisters of Battle, for whatever game system they may be, are not the most flashiest of dressers. And then there's this girl, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on and why there's a snake curling out of a skull and around her head. The frustrating part with this model is the fact that if you use the slotted base that it comes with, the skull and the foot are almost completely overhanging the base. That was a bit silly. I could put them on a larger base, but it would look weird if she's the only member of the unit, and I just want to get these used up and done. So I figured, you know what, let's see what she compares to, not just her, but all of the girls, with some other Sisters models. So here is one of my painted Sisters from Raging Heroes, and you can see, obviously, fits in pretty well. Now they have different backpacks, so that's something to keep in mind, and I didn't do the best job painting her, but yeah, whatever. So let's grab a War Games exclusive Emperor Sister. And again, looks like they scale in pretty well. Obviously, these new Raging Heroes girls are a lot more flashy, so, you know, if you want to use them for some kind of a specialty unit, that might be something worth thinking about. And then I grabbed some Shield Wolf girls, just to see how things look. And again, nice sense of scale. Sadly, these Sisters for Raging Heroes do not have any helmeted options. All of their heads were actually attached to the torsos already, which may or may not be a good thing for you. I thought it was a nice one because I've had a heck of a time trying to get some of these heads put on the bodies. Now, sadly, they are still resin, and I think that's one thing that I really liked about the Shield Wolf models is they're plastic and they're a lot more fiddly, and you can screw around with them and do whatever you please. Having to get the two-handed weapons on the Shield Wolf girls was a lot easier just due to the nature of the material and how it works with plastic cement. But I think these girls, there's not going to be a lot of variety or modularity or posability because they're kind of designed just for what they are, and that's to look absolutely fabulous and have some of the most blingy, awesome looking designs on the battlefield. And with that, I think they really succeed. They mix in really well, so I think if you want to kind of just sprinkle them into a Sisters army or a kill team, I think they would work fantastic, and that's my plan. I'll be painting them up, matching all of these girls in the kind of black with a little bit of chrome and gold on their armor. So hopefully I will get to them soon. Hopefully you found this useful, and hopefully you go check out Raging Heroes' other models because it's nice to see them making new and unique stuff that is not related to Kickstarters. Big thumbs up there. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures saying thanks for watching, and why don't you guys check out some of the other videos because we got tons of them. See you later. Bye-bye.